Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera. Yang berhormat Datuk Darul Daking, Minister of International Trade and Industry, Chief Ministers of Malaysia, Yang berbahagia Datuk Sri Dr. Ismail Bakar, Chief Secretary to the Government of Malaysia, Senior Government Officials, Yang berbahagia Datuk Sotian Lai, President of the Federation of Malaysian Manufacturers, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad to be here to deliver the keynote address and launch the National Policy on Industry 4.0 or Industry Forward in the presence of eminent industry captains, policy makers, and academics who will be pivotal as we move towards shaping the future of Malaysia's industry and economy. When we introduced Vision 2020, we had set out the challenges that Malaysia needed to overcome to reach a developed nation status within our own time frame. These challenges calls for Malaysia to be innovative and forward-looking as we seek to build an economy that is competitive, dynamic, robust, and resilient based on the concept of shared prosperity. Given the setback that this country had gone through in the last 1.5 decades, it is imperative for us to work even harder and strive with even greater tenacity, greater creativity, and effectiveness to ensure very rapid and sustainable growth. We have lagged behind, and in order to catch up, we need to run faster than our competitors. It is like a marathon. While we pace ourselves, we still need to be several steps faster or we'll be consistently behind. The Industry Forward is a pivotal step as Malaysia seeks to strengthen its ongoing structural reforms to become a developed nation that is equitable, sustainable, and inclusive by 2025 or even earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, contemporary economies are now dominated by modern service sector activities. However, the most robust and resilient economies globally retain strong manufacturing sectors. We have always maintained that in order to grow our economy, the manufacturing sector must remain the backbone of our economy, supported by other sectors such as commodities and services, etc. While Malaysia has abundant natural resources and has diversified to the service sector, it is the manufacturing sector that has played a key role in turning Malaysia into a major player in the global value chain, apart from rapidly turning the country into an industrialized nation. In the last 5 years, the manufacturing sector has been contributing about 23% to the GDP. Further, about 98.5% of Malaysian SMEs are in the manufacturing sector. It is the manufacturing sector that allows Malaysia to consistently demonstrate dynamism and resilience to grow while attracting foreign direct investments. Now comes the fourth industrial revolution, where digital, physical, and biological spheres converge. The dynamism of this cycle is progressing at an unprecedented pace, with a scope that is almost unimaginable. It is almost limitless in terms of capacity, but just like any major technological advancement in human history, this new evolution will bring both promises and challenges. With this, will this be disruptive to the way we are used to doing things? In case no one took notice of what I had said in my foreword, I will repeat it here. Essentially, the substance of this revolution lies in the application of available new technologies. We have seen how application of information technology and the Internet of Things have opened up market supply chains, easing access to products from the most remote areas, bringing wealth and prosperity to even the rural areas. The fourth industrial revolution can address many issues concerning businesses, including the environment, health, and safety of the workforce, waste management, efficiency in managing supply chains, resources, and delivery system. The potential for growth is limitless, but it all boils down to knowledge on application. Ladies and gentlemen, in recent decades, the manufacturing sector has seen rapid evolution, from mass production through intensive labor force working in production lines to the use of robotics to increase efficiency, to more and more infusion of automation, digitalization, and artificial intelligence. Today, the next phase of evolution in the manufacturing sector is referred to as Industry 4.0. Information technology has now become the new imperative for business to grow and improve their performance. Global manufacturing processes are being transformed dramatically with the advent of information technologies, and business models in manufacturing now benefit from data, machines, and systems which have now become interconnected throughout the value chain, from production shop floor to final distribution. Manufacturing firms can no longer reap the same yields as in previous decades if they continue to rely on capital and labor as productivity levers. Readiness to adapt this evolution will have a bearing on economic success. Therefore, Malaysia needs to quickly embrace Industry 4.0 in order to propel productivity and further enhance competitiveness. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, Industry 4 is Malaysia's response to Industry 4.0 and beyond, that calls for transformation of the manufacturing sector and its related services to be smarter and stronger, driven by people, process, and technology. A strong manufacturing sector would pave the way to enhance productivity, job creation, innovation capability, high-skilled talent pool, economic prosperity, and societal well-being. Manufacturing firms in Malaysia, especially SMEs, have the potential to gain advantage from the adoption of Industry 4.0. With this in mind, this policy was developed to propel SMEs forward so that they can be agile and adaptable to meet the challenges posed by the fourth industrial revolution. As part of Industry Forward policy, the Readiness Assessment Program will further assist SMEs to measure their gaps and readiness in order to guide their adoption of Industry 4.0 technologies. Ultimately, the policy will drive Malaysia to becoming a strategic partner for smart manufacturing and related services in Asia Pacific, primary destination for high-tech industry as well as a total solution provider for advanced technology. I believe this can all be achieved through Industry Forward, which would enable the manufacturing sector to move into Industry 4.0 and along the way contribute to fulfilling Malaysia's commitment to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. This policy is a collaborative effort of both government and industry. Extensive stakeholder consultations have been undertaken in the past year to develop this policy. Ladies and gentlemen, Industry Forward can be a clear strategic direction for the nation since these technologies apply across the board. Smart manufacturing will eventually lead to the emergence of smart cities, smart grids, smart services, etc. in Malaysia. The necessity for Malaysia to have its own policies to address the fourth industrial revolution is critical, and the introduction of Industry Forward marks the starting point to the wider industrial revolution for Malaysia. With this policy in place, the government anticipates that by 2025, Malaysia will be one of the primary destinations for high-tech industry and ranked among the top 30 nations in the Global Innovation Index. Ladies and gentlemen, the success of any government policy will be measured in turn by the effectiveness of its implementation. Through the Industry Forward policy, the government will act as the enabler in enhancing the ecosystem for Industry 4.0. The industry should step up and speed up its adoption of Industry 4.0, leveraging on this policy. I would like to reiterate the government's commitment in ensuring the success of this policy. As in the ongoing government-industry engagements, I hope the industry will continue and intensify its collaboration with the government in making the policy a success. I often emphasize that this administration is a business-friendly administration. The success of your business is our business. Why? Slightly selfish perhaps, but as of today, the government has a 26% stake in every cent of profit that you make. Therefore, it is our business to ensure that you do not fail in yours. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to express my appreciation to all parties who have provided their valuable input and support towards formulating this policy. I look forward to all stakeholders combining strengths to realize the future competitiveness of the Malaysian manufacturing sector. It is my great pleasure to officially launch Industry Forward, the national policy on Industry 4.0. I thank you.
Thank you, Yang Amat Berhormat. We invite Yang Berhormat to kindly remain on stage and proceed to the launch pedestal. We now like to invite Yang Berbahagia, Dato' Isham Ishak, to accompany Yang Berhormat, Dato' Darrell Liking and the entourage to join Yang Amat Berhormat Tun to launch the national policy on Industry 4.0, Industry Forward. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite Yang Amat Berhormat Tun, Yang Berhormat Datuk Darrell Iking and Yang Berbahagia Datuk So to launch the national policy on Industry 4.0, Industry Forward, by placing your palm on the launch pedestal at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, Industry Forward policy is now officially launched. We now invite Yang Amat Berhormat Tun to receive the policy document delivered by our special guest, Mr. AMR, or Mr. Autonomous Mobile Robot. Amat Berhormat, we present to you the national policy. Thank you so much, Yang Amat Berhormat Tun. We will take a moment for a group photograph. We invite the VIP entourage to face the members of the media for a group photograph. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a big round of applause. Congratulations on the launch of Industry Forward. Thank you very much. We now invite the VIP entourage back to their VIP seats. Terima kasih Yang Amat Berhormat Tun. We invite Yang Amat Berhormat Tun to the VIP seating area as we will proceed for something rather unique in just a few moments. We now invite our photographers to the stage because, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take a big group photograph with everybody in the hall. So we invite Tun to stand at the VIP area. We invite everybody in the hall to stand up. We get our photographers all on stage. We want everybody to have big smiles. Look at the cameraman. Big smiles, everyone in the hall. Next, wave your hands to the cameras. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, a big thumbs up from everyone for Industry 4.0. Thank you very much. We've now come to the end of the launch of the national policy on Industry 4.0. We now invite Yang Amat Berhormat Tun and the VIP entourage to visit the exhibition and policy pavilion.